Hey everybody, welcome back to some more Gran Turismo 2 Project A-Spec. We're nearing the end here. So yeah, I think in this session we'll do the GT500 and the midfield endurance, which is a brand new endurance that was added to this mod. Let's see here. So yeah, we got all of those done. Yeah, midfield. And then GT500. Yeah, last thing. And then we just got the GT World and the Formula Championship. F1 Championship. Hey Grant, how you doing? Hopefully your day's going good. Yeah, it says we're already 100%. I don't know if it'll actually go over 100%. It might. But yeah, we obviously still have some more things to do. So let's say, I think we have a few GT500 cars to choose from. So how are you doing, Andy? So we use the F1 GT500, the F1 GTR McLaren. Man, that thing drove so good, man. Those F1 McLarens, just they handle so good. They're not really the best for speed, but man, yeah, that was fun to use on Laguna Seca. You say use the Mercedes-Benz Class C, Renault, or BMW from Super Touring. Didn't I use that BMW for something already? Favorite Volkswagen Gran Turismo 2. My favorite Volkswagen, Matthew? I'm not really sure. You mean in the original game or in this mod? I don't even know if I have any Volkswagens in my garage. The Beetle's always a nice car, you know. That might be my favorite Volkswagen. And the Beetle handles pretty good in this game, you know. Like FF cars actually handle pretty good. So let's see. So you say, yeah, the Renault. Oh, you're talking about this, ain't you? This is BMW M3. I could put up a poll. Mercedes-Benz Class C, though. What is that? Is that one that I had to buy? Not the CLR. Hey Mark, how you doing? So you mean, okay, I'd have to buy it. How you doing, Mark? Well, let's look at it. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, this thing. Pretty good, Mark. I don't know if I will. I could just put the pole between those two that I already have in my garage. This does look cool, though. I don't know if this championship might actually have German touring cars in it, possibly. Nah, I doubt it. That wouldn't make any sense. Hey, Spencer. Okay, well, we could use a GT500 car, but the ones that I have are mostly similar to what was already in the game. So I think it is a cool idea to use something else that would be. Well, actually, technically, something like this would be slower than a GT500 car. But not by much. 430, 2689. Compare that to the Supra. Yeah. Fairly similar power to weight ratio. Okay, so I'll make the poll between these cars. Okay. Give y'all a minute to vote on this. if I could type. GT 4500. Not sure that's a thing yet. What is that 806? That's a Peugeot, isn't it? Oh, but I already used that. Yeah. So it's the 21. What is this? A Renault? So I'm going to say Renault 21. Or... Okay. Y'all have a 50-50 choice. Let y'all decide. Give you a minute. We may go back by the end though and redo this anyway. So if we have some time, which we probably will. Yeah, I may do this twice. May do it twice. Okay. Alright, looks like the BMW M3 is winning. So let's use it. We can always use Renault on the second attempt, I suppose. Because I do want to see if we can win some different prize cars. Or I could use something different than the Renault. Hey Epic Mini, how are you? Good old gear trick. Oh, wrong thing. Man. Went retarded for a minute. Don't think I need this to be super wide. Went to a car show today. Ooh, a lot of classic muscle cars. Who doesn't love some classic muscle cars? You know. Do that. I don't want to. Okay. Man, I spent way too long just messing around with this car. Hey Adam, how are you? Make sure it's drivable. Handles pretty good. This car has some pretty good downforce. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Oh, we got the Lamborghini Diablo. Is that a Ray Brigantis X? It is. I love how for the GT500 I'm not even using a GT500. But this will make it a little bit more of a challenge, because if I use the GT500, I would dominate even more. Because this is a bit slower. This thing handles really good. Plymouth muscle car in the game is actually a Plymouth Roadrunner. Saw one at the car show. Nah, I don't know what a Plymouth Duster is, Grant, but it sounds funny. Wonder how long the Pennzoil Skyline can hold everybody off. Yeah, GT cars versus a touring car. Yeah, Spencer, we used the McLaren F1 for the goodness sake endurance. It drove really nice. Oh, I did, Epic Mini. I finally got my package after a month of waiting on them to deliver it. It was so ridiculous. But I got it. And the chair is much more comfortable than my previous one. 85% complete. GT5, nice. Oh yeah, the remaining stuff's gonna take you forever because you got all the 24-hour races and all that stuff rolling. Yeah, the funny thing is, when I set my old chair out by the side of the road for it to be picked up by the trash people the next morning, before that night was over, somebody had actually picked it up. Somebody actually wanted that thing, even though the seat was completely worn out and the foam was coming out of the cushion. I don't know why anybody would want it, but I don't think there'd be much to refurbishing that, you know. I don't know how I'm dominating this race this much. Renault has worse power weight ratio than this. Yeah. Yeah, the Renault would have been a little more of a challenge, I think. But I still think we could win fine with the Renault. Wonder if Super Speedway is still one of the tracks. Hey, Kirsten. Glad you're here. That DKC hack that you sent looked pretty interesting. About playing as Ranger. Grant. Ah, Mr. Krabs. Maybe that's why they got it. For a nice big campfire. Although plastic's probably not the best thing to burn. I mean, some of the chair was plastic and some of it was leather. And you know, the foam inside it, what was left of it anyway. Well, somebody's really far behind. I just ordered mine off eBay, Adam. I don't even remember what kind it was. I got a cheap one. Although, hopefully you have better luck with FedEx than what I had, but I know I had some more. What happened was they were, instead of listening to the instructions that I had provided about where my house was, giving them landmarks and what it looked like, they didn't even listen to my instructions, even though they did repeat them back to me. Like on like the second phone call that I made to them, they actually told me without me even telling them that they already had it documented. So they had documented what I had told them about where my house was and what it looked like. However, instead of listening to those directions, they were using their GPS, which kept taking them to the completely wrong address, like a mile away from where I live. Like, completely wrong address. And they were, like, instead of using their brain, they were relying completely on a GPS. Which just infuriated me, man. Like, how can anybody be that brain dead? That brain dead. I mean, I'm directionally challenged myself, but even I would have got the freaking package delivered, you know, based off the directions that the customer gave me. But anyway, I'm not going to rant about that. It was infuriating, though. Getting irritated with editing and mixing programs. Oh, lagging. Nothing wrong with eBay, but that's an interesting choice. Oh, really? Oh, I love eBay. Oh, that Diablo is slow, man. Which it does have pretty bad stats, I think. No, it doesn't really. It might have more power, but it is really heavy. It was really far behind. Insane in the membrane. I swear, man, they were not using their brain. Like, no brain required, man. Like, just completely relying on the GPS. And caused me to not get my package for a month. Because I'd ordered it way back in April. The end of April. I try to use eBay more than Amazon because I just have this thing where I prefer the underdogs, you know, and I know eBay's an underdog to Amazon. And I've been using eBay since 2008. I've always used Amazon less, but I do use Amazon sometimes, depending on if I can or can't find my product. Buy lawnmower parts, video games, yeah. I've never had any problem with eBay. And there wasn't any problem with eBay this time. It was FedEx. It was completely 100% FedEx that wasn't doing the job. They were completely relying on a freaking GPS instead of using their brain that God gave them. If they had used even 2 brain cells, they could have figured out how to deliver my package. But no, couldn't even use 2. They need to update their GPS. Yeah, they did. She was, as I walked out to go pick up my package, as I went to go get it off of her GPS truck, she said, "Oh, I got your address updated now." And I was like, "Oh, how nice. How nice. It's about time." Man. It was all I could do to keep from just blowing up on them. That's the scary thing, though, y'all. And I notice it with my students as well. Like, especially in school as a teacher. People do not want to think today about anything. They just do not want to think. And this example with the FedEx delivery, this is huge proof of that people just, they're brain dead now. It's like people are zombies. They don't want to think about anything. They want to be numb and just rely on technology for everything. I'm sorry, but if it's my job to do something, I want to make sure that I have the skills to do it right, you know, without having to completely rely on technology, because technology fails a lot of times, you know. It's like as a teacher, we use iPads in the classroom, you know, and a lot of assignments are digital. However, I always have to have a backup plan, you know, like sheets that I can print off or whatever, or have printed off, just in case, because there are those days when technology just doesn't work, you know. Oh, bad eBay seller. Yeah, they're pretty good about giving you your money back. Amazon as well. Yeah. Yeah, eBay's good because you can choose listings that show the actual product and show the condition. Yeah. I do my test all on paper because kids cheat too much if I try to do it digitally. They're way too good at cheating if I do it digitally, so I always print off the test. But most of my assignments, yeah, they're all digital. It's a lot less grading for me to have to worry about, you know, and plus it gives the kids immediate feedback. They don't have to wait on me to grade it to know if they got it right or wrong. But yeah, you can't just 100% rely on technology. So I can't understand being that brain dead and it be your job. You know, you have that's a very simple job, if I don't say so myself, because you don't really have to interact with people, unless in the case where you can't do your job correctly, and then you have to interact with me, which, you know, she had to. But like otherwise, if you're doing your job correctly, you rarely have to interact with people. You just deliver the effing package, you know. It's really simple, you know. But use your brain to make sure that you're delivering it to the correct address. You know, a brain, that thing that we're all supposed to use. Bought some of your PS Vita systems off at eBay after scrutinizing the photos. Yeah, a lot of the sellers on eBay get pretty good. Like you can see the actual item, like you say. If the seller's really good. I feel like eBay's a little more, like I know with Amazon you kind of have the feedback and you have the star rating and all that, but I feel like with eBay it's more personal, more individualized, you know, which I like. Yeah, we have iPads. You're a media specialist at your family's auto dealership, and you agree? Yeah, I mean, technology's gonna fail. You know, you just gotta. You gotta actually you can't just fully depend on the technology. Your brain needs to also be thinking and be prepared just in case the technology does not work or isn't correct. A couple bus drivers got lost on the route to pick you up. Oh, dang, curse, I'm sorry. Someone had to guide them over the intercom. That's crazy. Looks like the NSX is dominating the other ones, which I'm not surprised. I think that's usually how it goes. I wonder if the AI would ever use that McLaren F1 in this. I used to bid on items years ago, back when I was like in my late teens, early 20s, but I haven't done that. I just get lazy, and I just about always buy it now. Take photos of all the new and used vehicles you have for sale and post them on your website. Yeah. Sitting outside and waving like I'm over here doesn't do squat for some people. Yeah, once again, not using their brain. I can't talk very much because I'm barely unobservant. Definitely not perfect in that matter. Google Maps got mom and you lost trying to get your sister's in-laws bachelorette party. Yeah. Yeah, it's great when it works, but fully relying on it is can mess you up. People are idiots. Idiots, that's been your number one mantra for years. Cursing. You're silly. I mean, I'm even guilty, though, of it, too. I'm guilty of wanting things to be easy, you know. That's one reason that I haven't started Dark Souls 3 yet. I don't know if you're still here listening, Grant, or Mark. That's one reason I haven't started it yet, because I want things to be easy, you know. But it is good to challenge yourselves, you know. Challenge yourself. It is good to use your brain, exercise your brain, and not become completely numbed. Yeah, technology is convenient, but it's not a permanent substitute for paper. Yeah. Yeah, some teachers at my school, they don't even use a paper grade book. Like, I can't understand that. Like, I always keep a hard copy. Like, I have an old-fashioned green grade book that I use. I write all the kids' names in it and all the assignments and document their grades and stuff. And if they bring up a score, I always use a different color to overwrite the original score or whatever. But some teachers don't even use a grade book. Like, they just do everything digitally. However, a few years ago, there was a teacher who had done that, and the system somehow messed up and all of the grades were lost. But if she had had the hard copy of the grades, that wouldn't have been an issue, you know. Like, this is a true story. I'm not just making this up. It actually happened at my school. But I tell the teachers that don't use a hard copy grade book, I tell them this. They're like, oh, it'll be fine. Well, I don't know. It's a lot more work when you have to. I don't even know what they did. Like, did they just make up or try to guess the students' grades? Because I don't know. If it comes to that for me, my memory is not good enough. I would not count on myself for that, you know. The funniest attention slip you've seen or written? Funniest attention slip? There was one that I wrote up this past year, and it made the office ladies laugh so hard. All I typed in it was leggings because and it just made them laugh so hard, man. Because that's all I typed. I didn't even type a paragraph, an explanation. I just typed leggings because you know, students can't wear leggings at my school, you know. So that's all I put. And that was all I needed to, I thought. And they thought that was funny. Just like you want two songs mixed properly, and when the rhythms don't line up, you gotta find another option. You'll figure it out though, Kirsten. I really do like this BMW. Yeah, Diablo is just dying. I didn't pay attention to how it did on the Super Speedway racing. Waiting for the movie maker to install. Yeah, the Diablo must have got last Super Speedway as well. Yeah, hopefully that's all you need, Kirsten. Alrighty. I think the GT500 is quite a bit quicker than the GT300. I mean, you're dealing with a little bit faster cars, and plus you have that Super Speedway race, which is really quick. Are y'all down with me using the Renault for the second attempt of this, or do I need to do another poll with the second option? Like, is there anybody who really doesn't want me to use that Renault? Or maybe I could use whatever I win from this, depending on what it is, you know. I don't know if it'll be something new or something that was in the original game. Graphics are bugging out. Why they not allow leggings where you're at? They allow leggings where you're at? It's against the rules. I don't even know why. Like, it's not even something that I care about. Because I don't see what it harms. But I guess they think that they're too tight or something. I'm not really sure. Yeah, they don't allow hoods in the classrooms either. Like, students cannot wear hoods or hats in the classroom. It's like a school board policy. A lot of silly things. Like, to me, I don't even care. I don't see the harm in wearing a hood in the classroom, but I have to enforce the rules. Even if I think they're a little ridiculous sometimes. The only thing you remember not being allowed to wear hats, hoods, turtlenecks, and tank tops. Oh yeah. Yeah, so your school had the no hats or hoods too. Girls couldn't wear skirts that were too short. Yeah. Skirts or shorts. Yeah. No drugs or alcohol, anything like that. Yeah. We have all that stuff here too. Car just slices through those corners. So the only thing you weren't allowed to wear were hats or anything that showed the midriff. Yeah. Can't show that booty. No boobs, butts, or balls. The 3 B's. Oh, the Pennzoil will beat the NSX again. One more. Apricot Hill, okay. Garrett, how are you doing today? You having to work again? Oh, the Lamborghini passed the Castro Supra. They're so slow on Apricot Hill, this race will be total domination. Feet hurting these rain boots. It was raining here today too, earlier. I'm so sick of all the rain. We've gotten so much rain this year. Hopefully your feet gets feeling better, man. You actually had 2 tornado warnings in a row? Oh, God. Dang, that's crazy. Back in March and April, we had a few tornado warnings, but never 2 in a row like that. Nothing really happened though, did it? Hopefully. Some damage. Ooh. Yeah, thank God it missed your business. I hope it didn't do too much damage. Nobody died or anything. No casualties, only one minor injury. That ain't too bad. Sounds like a decent outcome, you know, considering. Hey Pikachu, how are you doing? Time of year again with the seasonal teen summer campers return. Signature bus fans in the parking lot a lot of the nights. They just camp out in your parking lot. I remember whenever I was a kid, or, you know, whenever I was like a teenager into my early 20s, kids did that. You know, teen students did that. I don't know if they still do it or not, because, you know, I don't work at that old pizza restaurant anymore that was right by the big parking lot at the mall. But that was the thing to do back in the day. Make myself sound old. Glad it's a good day, man. If y'all are enjoying our good chill stream here, don't forget to hit the like button. Your support's always greatly appreciated. I wouldn't do these streams if it wasn't for y'all, you know. I always appreciate your company. Wish you could have been born in 1978 instead of 1998. The golden era of air travel. Oh yeah, before it got really bad in the early 2000s. So we know what happened then. Thankfully, they don't camp in the parking lot. Campground is somewhere down the road and they visit the store a lot. Oh, foreigners from abroad. Interesting. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. Margarine Taylor Green. Kirsten defeated Marjorie all by herself. I don't know if anybody else was there and they just died. Oh, the Castro Super got third. Interesting. Helped us to tie with the Surmo Super. She's determined. Better be careful next time she'll whip out the Jewish space lasers. Those are her words, not mine. And her name is purposely spelled wrong because I'm an ass. I'm an honest ass though. 1793 to 2026, the end of 1 cent. You talk about like the penny, how the penny really has no value anymore. I remember when I was a kid, you could actually get like a, hey David, good to see you. When I was a kid, you could go to like the corner store or gas station. And you could get like a Tootsie Roll or a certain piece of candy for $1 cent. You You can't get anything for a cent anymore, though, that I know of. If there is anything, let me know. Like the cent, the penny has basically no value. It's getting to the point where even the dollar doesn't have any value. So what's our prize car? Haha, the new Fruit Loop. I mean, she pretty much is. Oh, we got not very exciting one. The Zexel Skyline. This was in the original game, wasn't it? Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah, at least it's not short supply. The amount of times you kick Fruit Loops Rainbow Rainbow has someone stream. Oh, cursing. Fruit Loop just never gave up. Okay, so what do y'all think? Should I use the Zexel Skyline or should I use that Renault? I think we should use the Renault because it's new to the mod. Things just seemed better back in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, a lot of things probably were better. Anybody opposed to me using this? Do y'all want me to use a pole? You're good with it, real fan? Yeah, let's use this. This should be quite a bit slower than the BMW. It only has like 11 more horsepower, but it's 500 pounds heavier. But I'm still not expecting to have a difficult time. Kick Fruit Loop into Lucky Charms. Oh yeah, it's a lot heavier. A lot heavier than the BMW. Alright, let's see if we get some different opposition too. Hopefully make it a little more interesting. 100.45%. Boop. Alright, Laguna Seca. Good old boot. I think I need to make this really wide. Doesn't have that much power. Give it a little more front downforce. This has a lot of downforce, man. For a car with only 430 horsepower. Let's make sure it's drivable, of course. A resident of Denver, Colorado in the 80s and early 90s. Stapleton International Airport still existed before it closed in 1995. Why did it close? Because it just wasn't used when Denver became a big city. And you know, the Denver airport probably which took over the state. I don't know, I'm just speculating. Okay, this thing understood. Okay, let's lower that rear downforce a bit. Several reasons. Houses nearby, and you could literally ride your bike to go and watch airplanes take off. Oh wow. Oh, you found the Ocarina of Time post sound effect. Yeah, a link of the sound file will be fine. This car seems to handle a lot better now. Less understeering. The runways were too close to be safe in bad weather. Oh. Oh, yeah, and there were a lot of houses nearby. Yeah, that would suck living close to all that. So we got the mobile NSX and the Calsonic Skyline. Oh, they're leaving me. Looks like we got a few NSXs. I didn't know, like, I don't know if that BMW McLaren appears or not. It is a GT500. Yeah, this shouldn't be as much of a domination, because this is quite a bit slower. Yeah, the Denver. Yeah, I'm not surprised Denver is the main airport in the state, you know. Just like in Arkansas, you know, Little Rock is really the only major airport in the state. There are smaller airports. Like I know Jonesboro has a small airport. Even Newport, which is really close to where I live, has an airport, but it doesn't really do much. Hard to really even call it an airport. Also, X and A Airport, Northwest Arkansas. Yeah, there are a lot of small airports, and some of those small airports do travel to other cities, you know, in different states. I'm not really sure what the Newport airport does, but probably just, I think farmers, you know, I think they use it. A lot of farming where I live. The Goonies, 6/7, 1985, 6/7, 2025, 4 years old. The Goonies, is that a band? I'm not sure what that is. How am I killing them with this? This car is quite a bit slower. Sorry, I hope this isn't too boring to y'all. It's just dominating every race. From X and A, you can fly direct to Dallas, Atlanta, New York, Chicago, Charlotte. Oh yeah, and that's closer to where you live, isn't it, than Little Rock? For me, though, it would be quicker just to go to Little Rock or Memphis. Pretty equally distant from both of those. Movies. Goonies were movies. When you say Goonies, I was thinking of the Goonies from Yoshi's Island. Good classic game. reminded of the airports you have in your area. Not the non-public kind that you have to turn off the paved road to get to. Oh. Yeah, Little Rock will be over 2 hours away from you, I think. Probably 3 from where you live. Little Rock's like an hour and 30 minutes from me, so it ain't too bad. But I don't fly often anyway. Can't really afford to. Fly out of Fort Smith since it's much closer. Oh, Fort Smith actually goes to other places. I don't know where all Jonesboro goes to. This car is cool. Oh, it only goes to Dallas, Fort Worth, Fort Smith does. And then from Dallas, you can go to wherever, I figure. You know, because Dallas pretty much goes anywhere in the country. American. Yeah, Delta Airlines is what I used to go to Scotland a couple of years ago. Sorry, your internet is horrible, David. Oh, 360p. Well, that ain't too bad. It's better than 240. 360 isn't too awful, but 240, I can't really watch 240. Even I can't watch that. Even though I grew up in the 90s. Northwest would also serve Memphis, but no longer in existence since they merged with Delta. Oh. Yeah, I had a pretty awful experience with Delta Airlines going to Scotland. It was so bad, man. Like when I got there an hour and a half, 2 hours early to get ready to board, you know, to get ready, checked in and stuff. I had to wait in line so long, which, you know, is expected. But once it finally got to be my turn, they didn't even have me in the system. Like, they didn't even have me in there, even though I had my stuff printed off and everything, my confirmation. So like, by the time they finally got it to where I could get where they finally got me ready, the plane was already boarded, you know. So I had to run. Good thing Little Rock Airport's really small. I basically had to run to get to the plane before it was going to leave. Like, just complete incompetence, almost like FedEx. Ooh, 160p. Oh God. Yeah, I can't really watch 240 or 160. 360 isn't too bad though, in my opinion. It's not something I want to watch all the time, but I guess for a stream. Yeah, so you're used to 360. Yeah, 360. 360 was good back in the day, you know. We're kind of spoilt nowadays, though. All this really high definition stuff. My eye is so untrained that, like, I cannot, for the life of me, tell the difference between 1080 and 720p. I cannot tell the difference. You had to put videos A&D on 144p when you watch on your phone. Oh, that actually uses less data. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Good to know. I guess it doesn't make sense. Merging was a bit of a trend for airlines youth. TWA merged with American, Northwest with Delta, Continental with United, US Airways merged with American. At least they don't have a monopoly, though. Like, at least they all still compete with each other, even though there's fewer of them, because they've merged. Some of your family went to Uganda. They had to use Delta too. They go to Uganda for vacation, or they have family there? Yeah, Delta really sucked. I don't know if, like, we don't have much to choose from. I don't think where I lived. Well, probably, I don't remember what all there was at Little Rock. The two that I know are Delta and American Airlines. But there may be some other ones I could have used. But I don't know if the experience would have been better. I just went with Delta because they were cheaper, but I guess you get what you pay for. It was an awful experience. But I guess considering I saved a little money, I guess I could suck it up and deal with it. Yeah, at Spectrum, you was able to handle 720 or 1080. What are you using now? Southwest Airlines weren't too bad, although you almost had to wait quite a while to go for the trip back to Boston. Yeah, I did. It was worth it. I had a blast in Scotland. It was a good vacation. Except for that camping trip. I never was much for camping, though. I wonder if the black Rainbow Super is still in this game. I always liked that one in the original. If you could afford to fly overseas, yeah, Japan would be nice to visit. I wouldn't want to live there, but I think it would be cool to visit it. Or New Zealand. I think New Zealand would be nice to visit. Family visit? Okay, David, that's cool. Uganda probably would be a cool country to go to. Because, you know, it's different. Like, you wouldn't... I'd be interested to learn about the cultures there, you know. Uganda, it's in Africa, isn't it? Pretty sure. Don't you know they have some history there, you know? Like all the first humans, you know? Say Gardenville, and it's worse than CenturyLink. Oh wow, CenturyLink was hot garbage topped with crap. Gardenville is crap topped with hot garbage. Oh wow, must be really bad. Add Paris or Berlin as soon as things return to normal. Oh, Machu Picchu would be so cool. Or Chichen Itza in the Yucatan, that would be cool. Yeah, I'd love to visit all those places. God, the years just fly by though, and I feel like I don't get to do much. Like everything's so expensive, you know. Hard to save enough to go places. Uganda wasn't as bad as you figured from what you heard. Still pretty rough. Your brother claimed he spent nearly $1,500 US and bribe money for the place. What? Bribe money? What do you mean? Is there a lot of corruption there? You know, the U.S. is pretty corrupt itself. The rich control everything here. Now, I don't think Uganda could be as bad as a lot of other places. You know, like, it has to be way better than Gaza and North Korea and Russia, Ukraine, and then like Sudan and know they have a lot of civil wars going on there. Instability. I just wish people could see each other across the world, though. I just wish that we could all see each other as brothers and sisters, you know. What they do is arrest or hold them up at checkpoints and expect them to pay to get through. Oh, wow. Just to get extra money. Oh, that's awful. Nah, there's just so much backstabbing that goes on, you know. People always trying to see what they can get from everybody else. So, you know, all this fighting over religion. Or whatever we're fighting over. So stupid. You know, we all have the same needs. You know, I don't know why. There are enough resources on this earth to where everybody can be adequately taken care of. Everybody can have the basic necessities in life, you know. But so much greed. Sad. With the rain evaporating, there's a lot of fog here. Oh yeah, be careful driving in that fog, Garrett. That can be really dangerous, especially at night. Yeah, Spencer, I agree. So. Like, just take this this Israel-Palestine situation, you know. I've never had any problem with Israel, you know. Like, I always went to church, and I have no problem with Israel, still don't. But the murdering of thousands and thousands of civilians is just tens of thousands to, I think it's getting close to 100,000. Like, I actually saw a statistic where the death toll in Gaza is actually more than World War I, World War II, the Korean War. It was several wars combined. The death toll has already surpassed all of those combined, which is just, nobody really thinks about that. Like, that is just, what they are doing right now in Israel is, you know, what they're doing is they are making other people around the world hate Israel. Like, they are cultivating hate is what they're doing. Because when other countries, and especially, you know, Muslims, which you're talking about, what, 1/5, 1/4 of the world's population, when all these Muslims are looking at what's going on with the Palestinians, they are gonna, all across the world, they are gonna hate Israel, you know, because they see that Israel hates them, and I just don't understand it. Like, why are y'all doing this? It's so sad. All these innocent kids, innocent women and children and men who are not at all in support of Hamas. They just happen to be the same religion, but they don't support Hamas at all. They're just getting murdered by the thousands, you know, each month. It's just so sad. The capital in Uganda is really nice, Kampala. Well, that's good. So that's what we're doing, though. Like you say, Garrett, there, all of this slaughter, which is what it is all it's doing is it's creating the next ISIS. That's all it's doing. And then the U.S. is funding it. Like, we keep sending them billions of dollars so that they can keep murdering. Like, I don't want my tax-paying dollars going to that, you know? Just said, the war needs to stop, you know. It's not benefiting anybody. Except for the rich, the already very rich defense contractors. You know, and Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu's making a lot of money off of it. You know, that's all it's benefiting, you know. The rich are the only ones benefit from it. Not rich American taxpayers, but, you know, rich defense contractors, military defense contractors. They benefit. That's it. Oh, we're not helping Israel at all. Us sending them billions of dollars is not helping them. Because what they're doing with that money is they are slaughtering thousands and thousands of people, and all they're doing is they're cultivating hate. Like, they're basically Israel is creating the next ISIS, is what they're doing. Like, this crap has been going on for hundreds to thousands of years. At least hundreds of years. And it's just bad. The homeless ministry you're in, trying to help a guy who ended up stabbing someone in Walmart. Dang. But yeah, if Israel were actually defending themselves against somebody who was attacking them, I would understand. But they're not doing that. They're just completely annihilating a city that once had over 1 million people in it. They're just completely destroying it, displacing so many people, and murdering so many people who had nothing to do with that one little. And I'm not saying that the attack that happened on October 7th was not bad, because it was awful, but the amount of people that Hamas killed was so tiny in comparison to the genocide that's going on right now. It's bad. But yeah, the U.S. is hurting itself and Israel by sending them money. That's what we're doing. We're hurting. If Israel wants to do a war, if they want to do this, then okay, do it, I guess. But why does the U.S. have to give them money to do it? I don't know why we need to be I don't know why we need to be funding their slaughter. I'm not for that. You know, it would be nice if we could afford to do things, you know, like if you could afford food, or afford rent, or afford a new car, or afford to go on a vacation. But you can't afford to do that because your tax-paying dollars have to go to create a bomb that's going to kill, you know, 500 people overseas, you know, or 1,000 people. One bomb. You know, I can't afford things that would make my life more enjoyable because we got to fund this genocide. Cyber Chase 2002 to 2025. 23 years old. Is that another? That must be a show. I've never heard of that one. But yeah, I'm Christian and everything. You know, I believe in Jesus, and you know, I'm not against Israel in the slightest. But anybody with any brains can see that what is going on right now is not helping Israel. It is not helping Israel at all. It's making them look so awful on the international stage. Yeah, Spencer, that is a major concern. Like, I'm really worried about that too. Because what Israel's trying to do now is they're trying to get the U.S. involved with a war in Iran. And Iran, they have nuclear capabilities. So it's something that definitely needs to get de-escalated. And that's one thing that I'm hoping that President Trump does is I'm hoping he gets us back into an Iran, you know, a nuclear deal with Iran. We'll see if he does that. At least from what I've seen, it looks like he is open to it. You know, for all the criticisms that I have against him, he might possibly do the right thing on this. We'll just have to see. Just have to hope and see. Last race. But yeah, nuclear war would just... A lot of people don't understand what that would do. Like, and I don't think even I understand it. You know, and I know a little bit about science and such, but basically, not only would a nuclear war impact the areas that you know, the weapons are detonated in. I don't know if that's the correct word. Not only would it greatly affect them, and so many people would die that way, but another indirect effect, or a long-term effect, I should say, would be that the whole Earth could be launched, depending on how bad the nuclear war is and how much nuclear radiation is put into the atmosphere. The whole Earth could get plunged into an ice age, which I guess that would stop the global warming, or, you know, it would curtail it for a while. But the whole Earth could be put into a shock, a major ice age, where we would have major food shortages. So many crops will be destroyed, you know. Like, it would be so catastrophic for years. It would take so many years. Yeah, we are too close to a nuclear nation. Nuclear triad is our main nuclear deterrent. Trump's track record is accurate. He doesn't initiate conflicts, but he seems to always finish them. I don't know. I mean, on his watch, I don't guess there has been a war that started. But we'll see what happens with the current ongoing wars with Ukraine and Israel. Yeah, nuclear winter would be so bad. Like, people really don't understand how bad that would be. A lot of people just have no idea. Yeah, widespread martial law and fallout sheltering. I know, Andy, why are the nuclear weapons? It's so sad that those even exist. They shouldn't. Yeah. Cario, good to meet you. Yeah, nuclear war basically the end of humanity. I don't think it would be the end of humanity, but it would, oh, it would, yeah, so many people will die all across the world, you know, from major famines. Like, we just think it's bad right now where we can't afford anything. Like, it would be so much worse. But you know, there will be survivors. But the human population would completely plummet. I really, really hope that some kind of deal could be made with Iran, you know. Yeah, I hope I don't get the same prize car every minute. Hopefully we get a different one. I think the best thing that Israel could do is they need to completely, like the people of Israel, there are so many great people over there. They deserve better government. They need to get rid of Netanyahu. He's trying to start so many wars. He's trying so hard to get he's trying so hard to get a war with Iran, which, you know, as we are talking about, could destroy the earth. You know, he needs to go. Netanyahu needs to go. He is so catastrophic. He has almost as much blood on his hands as Hitler did, you know, and Hitler was, we all know how bad Hitler was. Nuclear weapons were rushed to development in World War II to beat Germany to the punch. All this nuclear war in Palestine talk is bummed you out. Okay, David, I'm sorry. Yeah, nuclear war is not a happy topic. Yeah, let's just hope that some kind of deal can be made and we won't have to worry about it. So, I don't think you can get the STP Viper from this anymore. That was always my favorite GT500 car that I would win in the original game. I think, Andy, I think you were the one who told me that you get the STP Viper from buying and maybe the GTSR as well. Don't you get it from buying the Viper Team Areca from the special model shop? That was always my favorite one. And of course the black Ceremo Super. I always really liked that one. Probably my second favorite. Oh, nah, you're good, David. I understand. Yeah, I think we talked about it enough. The train is one big hydrogen bomb. Yeah, it could get ugly. On the channel you follow. Yeah, let's just hope it never comes to that. So I think that midfield endurance will be pretty short. I don't think it'll quite be about 2 hours like we're gonna see in Rome and Grand Valley work. But I don't know. Can't remember if it was 100 miles or 150 miles. You're not the only one. Yeah, you're not the only one, Spencer. Emergency alert system scenarios. 2 JGCs. Cannot say that. cars in GT games are Calsonic, R34, and Raybrick NSX. That's 2 that I could get. Grant, the Golden Dome shall protect us. Yes. I think I'm just gonna sleep and y'all can wake me up when it's over. Oh, you still can get the STP Viper. Oh. So it was the GTS, the Viper GTSR that you only can get from the Team America. You just go to the race modification after you buy Team America and it changes. So the STP is still here. That's nice. Ooh, I would love to get that one. Unless there's a new car. Neat. I already had that blue Skyline, so the Zexel Skyline was a little disappointing. Be able to afford homeless shelters in cities and large towns. You don't have one, the population is near 15,000. We don't have a homeless shelter where I live, but we do have a women's shelter. I think it's called a women's shelter. I don't think it's a homeless shelter, but it kind of is a homeless shelter, I guess. My mom, she did live there for a little while. Favorite 2 JGTC cars. Those are your favorite. The Raybrick, I always did like the Raybrick. It was my favorite in GT3. Raybrick NSX. I always thought it looked really cool. The bluish purple color. Well, our little Renault did really good, didn't she? I like this little car. I wouldn't say it's a little car. Alright, what shall our prize car be? Oh, Takata Dome. Alright, well, that is my first NSX in this project, then. And we have 2 Skylines. Yeah, Arda, 494, 2425. What's that other one? Oh my goodness. The Endless Advent. 2623. They aren't exactly the same. Yeah, the Zexel's way better. It's like 200 pounds lighter. It seems way better anyway. It looks cool too. I like the orange and silver. So how many cars do we have? 93. Okay, we're getting close to the max. Fort. You have a give them account? Okay, cursing. Okay, so what's the competition on midfield. Okay. Okay. Really fast cars. Ooh. Peugeot 905. Solid. So these are different LMP cars than what appear in the Special Stage Route 5. Run C91. That's a cool one that I've never seen before. Yeah, let's use the Cadillac North Star. Oh, man. Yep. Definitely. Fart's always lighten the mood. Lighten the mood and stink up the room. Launch at LC2. I never knew before this mod that Launcha ever made a car like this. Never knew of it. I know the R90V is really good. Hard to beat the 905 though. Well, those three are really close. Okay, well, let's hope we get some interesting opposition. Hey, Z-Venom. That was indeed a fart. I don't know who did it, though. Somebody needs to check themselves, though. Alright, North Star. Yeah, this looks really cool. I think it will be pretty weak compared to the cars we're going against, but I don't think that'll be a problem. Hey, Reggie. Kuros and Brun City. Kuros and Brun City. Bet it was the same guy. Group C cars, the ones you grew up seeing. This Cadillac North Star is an interesting one. Let's try this because I have a feeling it might be pretty oversteery on, especially on that one corner on midfield. All right, Spencer. Dang, it is getting late, and it's already after 9 o'clock. Yeah, Group C, very oversteery. Well, I'm hoping that I can tune this so it won't be. Max that. Okay, let's test it. Hey, Lidl, how you doing? Why is it midfield reverse? Come on, daggone. Okay, yeah. Pretty oversteery there. Gotta be careful. See how it handles here. Seems fine. I don't know why it's got to be midfield reverse. I think it's fine. That was the gas from Minecraft Z-Venom. Alright. Oh, 84 laps. This might be kind of long. All that launch is in there. Basically the exact same cars we saw from the preview. Midfield bumpy course, exactly in the hairpin. Yeah, you gotta be careful in the hairpin. You don't like the modern cars anymore, Z-Venom? Yeah, I do prefer the cars over from the 80s to the 2000s. So I'm gonna guess this race will take around an hour and a half. Yeah, I'm not very good with this track reverse. Laps. So how many laps should I go before I pit? 12 goes into 84 evenly. Guess we can see how our tire wear is lap 12. I know my lap times would definitely be a little faster if this is forward. Cadillac North Star does handle pretty good. and pretty consistent lap times. I'll be overlapping them soon. We'll get to see where everybody is. Who do y'all think is in last? The Launcher, maybe? Or that blue car? That blue car is so specific, isn't it? No way the 205 would be last. Oh, best lap. Haha! Judy was unstoppable. Cream! Hey, Leo!
Butter ice cream. You take the hot butter, mix it with the ice cream, freeze it up cool, you can see it on your screen. Put it in your microwave, make it real hot like a soup or a dip. We call it heat and sip. Very tasty and healthy too. Granny Cream's hot butter ice cream.
Granny Cream. Now you can solo Judy. Bails away the smoke from the boot kitten. Oh, Judy. Big booty Judy. Oh, it is that blue car. Forgot what this is called, though. It's not super far behind the pack. Getting better? I'm glad you're getting better, man. Oh, they are fast, man. They're leaving me. Oh, I am drafting. Or at least I wasn't drafting. The launch is beating on that. The launch is the best one. I didn't really know what to expect with the launch. I didn't know if it was going to be the best or the slowest. Because I didn't really know what to expect with it. Love how my car is just not turned when I'm behind somebody. Does 14 go into 84? Because I feel like lap 12 will be too soon. 14 times 3 is 42. Yeah, 6. Might do every 14 laps. Because 12 is way too soon. Yeah, 12, 14, and 21. Oh, wow, we broke 1 minute. I feel like 21 might be pushing it. Yeah, 21 goes in 84 4 times. So I always tell my kids, you're going to use factoring. You're going to use factoring all the time. You know, in Algebra 2, we do a lot of factoring, and they hate it. They hate factoring so much. But factoring is very useful. Oh, no. They're kind of a lemon-lime color right now. Maybe I should go 21 laps. Yeah, let's see. See how they're looking at the end of lap 14. They're still kind of lemon lime though. Crap. Yeah, still a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I should push the 21. Enjoying some more of their boss battles, trying to beat the clock out here. Hopefully it's going smoothly, Garrett. You know, be careful with that fog too. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I still feel like it's a little early. Although my lap times have been getting consistently worse. Yeah. 17 is another option. Yeah. Yeah, 17 would be fairly even. Yeah. You'd have 4 17s and 1 16. Good thinking. Good thinking, Andy. My lap times still haven't slipped too much. I think I can do 21. They're not even the faintest bit orange yet. Oh, that's a pretty good lap. Got quieter. Oh no, the fog's gotten worse. Yeah, be careful with it. It's serious. Yeah, they're only just now starting to get a warm yellow color. Felt like that lap was horrible considering the 6th place car did slow me down a tad. But no, not a bad one. One final disclaimer for the EAS scenarios. We do not condone those aggressive acts. Nope. You had thunder there, Leo. Yeah, we've had so much rain here. It's been crazy. This has been the rainiest year I ever remember. I don't think anybody's pitted yet, have they? So the Sauber's actually better than this Nissan. I know that Nissan was really good. This has got me wanting to try this launch out though. When I do that session 20 as the final session, we definitely need to test out that launcher. That needs to be one that we test out. Because apparently it is really good. Because, I mean, with the AI using it, it's beating all the other AIs. So. Matter of fact, it's about to overlap the 6th place car. Yeah, those rear tires are getting a warm yellow now, so lap time still ain't bad though. Oh, never mind. This is the Peugeot. They're not overlapping the 6th place car yet. Oh my goodness, like my brakes don't work. My car doesn't turn when I'm behind somebody. Yeah, it'll be a while before they overlap the 6th place car. What are you doing, bud? There he is. Alright, we're gonna pit him. I think 21 was a good call. think the only close endurance race that we had in this playthrough was when I used the Lotus Europa on Grand Valley against the Quaif. No, it was the Aston Martin DB6, wasn't it? Against the Quaif. Yeah, that race was close. Well, no best lap. Thank y'all so much for watching. Really appreciate y'all being here. Doing the newly added midfield endurance. Trying out some new cars and stuff. Using the Cadillac North Star LMP. I have no idea if they pitted it or not. There's a GT2, it doesn't really give you a notification of that. Just have to pay attention. Another real good lap. Careful there. Hey, Zimmy player. How are you doing? We are overlapping this 6th place car. I don't know what it's called. For like the 3rd time. Okay. The Nissan is pitting. Which I think that is 5th. They went quite a few more laps than I did. Which I could have gone longer, but my tires would have got really bad. Yep, the midfield raceway endurance sure is. And some reason midfield is reversed in this, which I was not expecting. Looks like the Sauber's pitting. Looks like they're all pitting around lap 26, 27. Because they're all like 3 laps down. The Peugeot, and I know in GT4 had a really good tire wear, so it must have passed the launch of pitted earlier. Finished all the endurance races in the GT World League. Nice. So you're almost done then? Yeah, I don't think this 905 is pitted yet. Oh my goodness. Give me no space. Bruh. Got all the rally races. Hey Ladios, how you doing? Wasn't expecting to see you this late, but good to see you. Hopefully you've been doing alright. We haven't talked in a while. I think I may be getting back into Minecraft soon. I need to work on that Monopoly project in the old Monday world. Now I know my one surplus shark bite's going to be expiring pretty soon. Yeah, we should play together soon sometime. Maybe tomorrow. Possibly. If I don't end up streaming more of the Broken Script, I might just hop on and casually play. But if not tomorrow, then Monday I might go see a friend, so I might not be able to Monday. If I go do that. I have a friend who lives in Hot Springs. And I'm also juggling house remodeling. Which I did get a little work done this week, but man, there's still so much more to do. Oh man, what have I done? Next pit stop at 42. You just kneeling over to push the carts inside the bay, in the hinged kiddie seat, one of the cards. Message direction. Hope you're okay, Garrett. The AI is not doing themselves any favors by going like 3 or 4 more laps than me, because they're still going to have 3 pit stops like I am. But it's just that after their last pit stop, there's only going to be a couple laps of the race left. So. Unless the 905 gets like 28 laps, and then it would only have 2 pit stops. Oh, it clocked you in the temple. Dang, Garrett. It's fighting back, wasn't it? It's like, you pushing me around? I'll show you. Get it, you know, because it's a cart you're pushing. I'm so funny. Welcome back, Spencer. Almost halfway through the race. Little pause break for my thumb. Oh wow, a sub 1 minute for this late in our pit window. Oh my goodness, we're stuck together. Hey Marcus, yep, midfield reverse for the endurance. I was a little surprised myself. Alright, pit stop number 2. This Cadillac North Star LMP is really good. Midfield is a track that is really fun with fast cars like this. Driving this car would not be so fun on a lot of other tracks, but midfield. Yes, midfield is perfect for this car. Just so fun to do these really high speed sections. Full throttle, you know. I don't think you could do that in GT3 though, like with the LMP car. I don't think you could take this full throttle. Maybe you could, but if you had racing super softs, but the thing is super softs only lasted like 2 laps in GT3. So you'd always use racing super hards or hards. You wouldn't be able to go that fast, I don't think. It's up busted in GT2 though. The super soft tires are in GT1 as well. That launch is not far from overlapping 6th place now. Y'all doing okay? Y'all been real quiet. Had to take a little thumb break. So yeah, on the special stage Route 5 Endurance, they have the newer LMP cars like this one. And then on this Endurance, they have the older ones from the 80s and early 90s. Oh wow, really good look. Oh wow, how did I get that good of a lap time? Middle of the pit window too. That almost ended in disaster. Could have had my first spin out. They're faster than me for sure. I'm drafting him and he's still pulling away. Oh! Oh! Did y'all see that? The car actually flew a bit there. Got a little air. Sad that this car wasn't in GT4. I think it would have been a good one to be in that game. But maybe because of its underperformance, you know, when it was raced, they didn't put it in there. You know, when it was raced in real life, because I don't think it did very good. And Le Mans did it. Well, 63 will be our final pit stop. Sixth place about to get overlapped by fourth or fifth place. I don't really know what place that red Nissan's in. Alright, last pit stop. He was, if AI was driving North Star, oh, it would definitely be in last. Against these cars, definitely. Because I'm pretty sure they're all decently faster than this. I don't think we did get to face the North Star in the Special Stage Route 5 Endurance, did we? Even though I know it can appear there. We got to see the Audi R8s, the GT1s, the Mercedes CLR. BMW V12, I think. My favorite classic muscle car? Maybe the 67 Corvette Stingray. I love that one so much. Plymouth GTX looks really cool too, though. And the CUDA. Oh wow, 59 even. Shelby GT350 and GT500. I like both of them. I like them all. I know that doesn't help answer your question, but I like them all. Favorite car that you saw today? It's probably an orange 1956. Oh, a 56 Corvette. You got to sit inside it too? Oh man, lucky. Oh yeah, I love the body style of the 50s Corvettes, the C1s. So beautiful. American 1950s cars are probably my favorite genre of cars. Pretty much like all American cars from the 50s. And it was orange. It's not a color I would expect for a Corvette. I expect, you know, red or white or black. Not orange. You got any pictures, man? Share them in our Discord. I'd love to see them. I'm sure you did take a lot of pictures. Well, we're almost there. My thumb is getting a little sore. The only bad thing about playing a racing game for a long time, that's always happened to me ever since I was a kid. My thumb that I have on the gas and brake, that I use for gas and brake on the right side of the controller, always gets a little sore. Oh! I flew again. And the difference between 190 mile an hour and 200. You can definitely tell it on that section. Car wants to fly. We'll see if we can fly again. Oh! Oh my God. I just wanna fly. I gotta do this whole race without spinning out once. That would be amazing. Is that the second time that the launch overlapped him? Probably is. If I had high cholesterol, I don't really know. How does it make you feel? I mean, I could have high cholesterol and just not know it. I doubt I do, because the last few blood tests I've had, which hadn't been super long ago, it was fine. But, I mean, doesn't that lead to high blood pressure? I don't really know how it makes you feel, though. You say apparently it makes someone tired. Someone apparently eats fast food twice a day. Golly, I can't imagine eating that twice a day. For one, that would be pretty expensive because fast food is not cheap. It's really not. Have you been doing pretty good this week with your like with your own goals and everything, as far as working out and eating healthier? I know you've been trying to do that. So high cholesterol makes you more tired. Tuesday, you found out you're 250 pounds? Okay. So you are making progress. Is this the lowest that you've been in a while? You know what it's like to eat fast food twice a day? Not fun. Lowest in a while? Good, good. So you used to eat fast food twice in a day? When you did that, how did you feel? Like, I imagine you probably felt a lot more sluggish than you do now. Because the food that you eat, like I know when I eat something really unhealthy, I usually feel like crap afterwards. Stuff that's just so overly salty and just not much nutritional value. Really makes a difference in how you feel, in my experience. Drag race. Oi, he's faster than me. Final lap. 8 to 9 laps down. Bruin C91. So the launch of LC2 pretty much dominated him. The R90V only got 5th. Wow. So yeah, sluggish, tired. Running was harder. Yeah, you like that while playing the sports with the group. Oh no, you wouldn't be able to do it, man. On that diet. Definitely not as easy as you do now. Oh, the Peugeot 905 actually passed the launcher. Yeah. So the launcher just made its 3rd pit stop with only like 5 laps left. I don't know if the Peugeot might get 2nd actually if it doesn't make a 3rd pit stop. Because if it went 28 laps, then it would have an even, like 84 divided by 28 is 3, pretty sure. So it would not, it wouldn't make a 3rd pit stop. We tried that to build muscle. So pretty much you were trying to bulk, wasn't you? Look, all the extra calories were good for bulking. Is the 905 gonna pit? It might not. Nope, looks like he's gonna get it. Wow, the 905 is so good on tires. That's what made it so OP in GT4. Like the tire wear, even when I drove it in A-Spec, like it had such good tire wear. Like I was actually able to go as many laps as the AI were with their other cars. And you know, as A-Spec, I usually burn through the tires a lot more. Well, they were really close between 2nd and... Yeah, 2nd through 5th were less than a minute apart. And then, even 6th was only 20 seconds behind. I thought it was way further behind than that. It was only 20 seconds behind 5th. For some reason I thought they were getting over laps, but no. Just like that, we were gone. C91. Well, they were all pretty even. For an hour and a half race, it ended up only being 20 seconds behind 5th, so it wasn't much worse than the R90V. I mean, they were all pretty close. Seen some big guys at gym who can lift more than you, and they have bigger bellies. Oh yeah, because the thing is, when you do bulk like that, you do put on a lot of fat, but you also do build a lot more muscle. I didn't even pay attention that it did indeed say reverse there. 100.91%. So yeah, y'all, all we got left is the GT World and the 905. Nice. So yeah, all we got is the GT World and the, ooh, look at that power weight ratio. Yeah, GT World and the F1 Championship. That's all we got. Yeah, I remember in the last version of this mod, you actually got this as a prize card from one of the national events, which was kind of an OP prize, I think, from a national event. And it only sells for $250K, really. Why, I wonder? Why does it only sell for $250? Oh, the Brun C91 is the other prize car. So I got the better of the two, I guess. So yeah, the North Star is not as good as the 905, but it sells for more. Oh, it has more horsepower in this version than the previous one. Oh man, we're definitely going to try it out. Definitely gonna have to. Alright, well, thank y'all so much for chilling with me. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Andy, for your insight as well. And I apologize earlier for the political chat, the political talk, but you know, it is our lives. So, but yeah, I hope you did nevertheless still enjoy the stream. And we will have the next regular session in the next part. Yeah, we'll try out all of those in session 20. In session 20, we're going to try out a ton of cars. Anything that we didn't get to use throughout the playthrough. A lot of stuff that we're going to need to try. So I'll probably have to sell some cars, you know, and stuff to test out everything I want to test. But yeah, we'll worry about that later. I'll see y'all for the next one though, where we pretty much officially finish this playthrough. But there will be one extra session, like I said, where we just do some testing. Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate it, man. Hope you have a great night. Hope you all have a great night and a great